Apple just created a beast by combining their new macOS Tahoe software with their M4 MacBook Air, which is still only $850 on Amazon with overnight shipping, essentially creating the best value laptop of all time. And after testing macOS Tahoe on this incredible MacBook since the beta was released last week, I'm convinced that no other laptop can compete, especially if you're even slightly taking advantage of the Apple ecosystem, which, by the way, macOS Tahoe just got a massive upgrade with iPhone integration, which I'll show you in just a minute. But getting back to the MacBook Air itself, it's honestly been blowing my mind over the past 3 months since release. We've been throwing everything we have at the M4 chip, and it's been handling everything with ease, so much so that it's hard to believe that Apple is offering this much value for only $850. I mean, they just doubled the base RAM to 16 gigs, which means that most people don't have to worry about that old junky 8 gig model anymore, especially since the base 256 gig model now gets dual NAND storage chips, so there are no more slowdowns when multitasking like there used to be with the M2 model. So for that $850 price, you're getting a very solid machine that can take care of most common tasks like photo editing, video editing, programming, music production, and more. Just look at these scores that you're getting nowadays. Look at how it compares to the M3 Pro chip. This is absolutely insane. And of course, this is also a killer machine for casual use, like for students or for small business owners. But now, with macOS Tahoe, it just became so much nicer and modernized in multiple ways. Like one of my favorite details, which is the menu bar, this is now seamless with no physical cut line underneath, now making the entire display look bigger and more immersive. And especially all of the little details like with the new liquid glass redesign, which allows the background elements to shine through, especially when you use, let's say, the control center. Take a look at that. You can see everything behind it. It feels so natural, especially when everyone's gonna start using all of the rest of the OS 26 softwares like iOS, watchOS, etc. Everything will now be unified, so it'll be so easy to switch between Apple products. I also really love the new UI for the brightness and audio controls, which is now kind of hidden away right there under the menu bar. And the really cool thing is that now you can actually grab it and control it with your trackpad. So no more having to sit there and mash the button continually to get your desired brightness. But that right there is only the beginning to the new changes that we're getting with macOS Tahoe. So let me show you guys some of the differences between Tahoe and the previous Sequoia. But first, our sponsor Dreame is doing a great sale on their X40 Ultra robot vacuum, and this robot handles routine chores such as vacuuming and mopping fully automatically. The X40 Ultra boasts mop extend and side reach technology, enabling it to clean and vacuum in areas inaccessible to other robot vacuums. And it also has impressive 12,000 PAs of Vormax vacuuming suction, which effortlessly lifts dust and large debris from every corner of your home. It also has smart cleaning strategy features like AI obstacle avoidance with LiDAR that intelligently sees the common household items on the floor and avoids them. And the fully automated base station makes your life easier by cleaning itself and the mops by using 70-degree hot water and auto-emptying the dust from the robot into the dust bag, making this robot vacuum hassle and maintenance free, so you can sit back and let the robot do it all for you. So go ahead and check out the X40 Ultra from Dreame and save big during this time, and I'll have the links in the description and pinned comment below. So here I am with Sequoia on the left side and the new macOS Tahoe on the right, and instantly you can see the difference in immersivity. For example, this top bar has a split section which kind of lines up with the notch, while on Tahoe, you have all your text and your wallpaper goes behind it. It looks so nice and clean, especially with the white text. I just love how that looks. And then when you go down to the dock, you can see that the dock is kind of frosted, so it kind of covers up all your wallpaper here. Nice glass, like I love this redesign. Look at all the different logo redesigns for all these, like that little Mac logo right there. It looks so much nicer on the new one. Personally, I like it a lot. When you open up the control center, I mean, look at that redesign. That looks so nice and modern compared to what we have before. I also love that you have this little edit controls button, which will instantly take you into this area. And once again, look at the difference in the brightness toggles, where here, you can't adjust it, you can't touch it, you can't make any quick adjustments, while on the new one, grab the slider. Man, it's so nice. Another cool detail is up here at the top of the Apple logo. When you click in, you have these little icons that now show up, which makes it a little bit more modern looking and kind of helps you get used to the new UI. And the cool thing is this about this Mac, icon actually matches the Mac that you're using. But in terms of functionality, there are some massive upgrades that I want to show you guys. Starting off with this right here. Apple actually got rid of the Launchpad and swapped it out for apps. And the cool thing is when you turn on the Launchpad here, it brings up this full screen menu where you can swipe through your apps and you can search through them. But on macOS Tahoe, you get this window, which is so much less intrusive, where you have your apps show up here, but you still see everything on the screen. You can access everything, so nothing kind of gets blocked like it does here. And the cool thing, of course, is that you can grab this window and move it around, customize it, where with the Launchpad, you cannot do any of that. And you can also organize them by, let's say, the name. Just like that, you have them organized nicely. You could also switch to list view if that's easier for you. And the cool thing is that you actually get a lot of your apps that can get started right from your iPhone. So here I have the Bible app. Let me click on it. Connecting to my iPhone. Really cool integration now, makes it so much easier to do it. Bam, Bible app is opened, and you could literally just switch through and use it just like you would right on your phone. Now, another huge upgrade finally is that Apple has fixed the Spotlight search. When you click it on Sequoia, this is all you get, but when you click it on macOS Tahoe, you get these extra options right here. You can search through just Spotlight search or search through your apps, folders, shortcuts and actions, and also you can access your clipboard with brand new clipboard history. But what I really want to show you guys is that Apple fixed the settings when you start searching for stuff. So if I type in widgets and I try to figure out how to do my widget settings, here you just get a bunch of random crap on websites and all this other stuff. But when you type it in on macOS Tahoe, you get actually useful settings. So what I really want to get into is my widget settings. I also love that when you type something in like the menu bar, you get these different options here where something on the maps, tips, system settings, you can choose kind of what you're trying to get. So let me click right into system settings. Now you get a bunch of different system settings. And one of my favorite changes in Tahoe is this right here. When you go to the settings, you now have a menu bar tab, which you don't have in Sequoia. Scroll down here, and sorry, Creative Cloud, you have plagued us for the longest time, but I just took it off and it is now gone. And another cool change is we now have the new Games app. You can see all these different games that we may have played before, more cool games like Resident Evil 4, all in this nice home page. You also have the arcade tab and library, just like this, to view all of the games that you have, basically like a Steam app replacement, but for macOS. So with the combination of these new awesome macOS Tahoe software changes and the M4 chip, the new M4 MacBook Air is seriously going to be impossible to compete with, especially if you consider the build quality that you're getting for only $850 on Amazon. And don't forget the resale value aspect as well. Seriously, Windows laptops lose their value so quickly compared to MacBooks. We have so many newer Windows laptops in the office that we've tried to sell on Facebook Marketplace and no one wants to buy them, even at 50% off discount. There are just so many that nobody cares, the resale value drops. But MacBooks, they sell every single time and for great prices. So Apple, I've got to give you some props for the new M4 MacBook Air because it is incredible. And honestly, I love all of these macOS Tahoe changes as well. You definitely have a winner on your hands. So bravo, and I can't wait to see what happens in the future with newer MacBooks. Hopefully some cellular support, especially now we have that new phone app, so I just can't wait. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this long-term review of the M4 MacBook Air. Leave your thoughts down in the comments and definitely subscribe above for more videos like this one. Thanks for watching and we'll see you in the next video.